Three receivers near side left. Here's the snap to Newhart. Looks to his left. Now looks to his right. Going to scramble for the end zone. Adam Clausen goes down low to make the catch, and they give it to him. Touchdown, Missouri Western. Adam Clausen gets the TD, and the Griffins take the lead with 15.2 seconds to go in this football game.
That final score in Omaha has Western back in the playoff picture. Hello, everyone, and welcome once again to Griffin Sports Insider. I'm Ryan MENLEY, along with Brett ESELY. We talk all things Western.
And things are definitely going north for Griffin football. 2 weeks ago, this football team was left for dead.
Now somehow they are back in postseason contention after that dramatic win last Saturday at Nebraska Omaha.
Griffins taking their show on the road to UNO. Omaha, a monster rushing attack. The Griffins have struggled to stop the run this year, but not this day. They limited the Mavericks to just over 100 yards total on the ground. Still, Western found itself down 7-0 in the second quarter. That is until Drew Newhart finds Andrew Mead. Mead gets one hand on it, and one hand is good enough. Are you kidding me? Look at this touchdown catch again.
Goes up with one hand and makes an incredible catch. Man. Touchdown, Missouri Western.
We go to halftime, tied at 7. This is a game of block kicks. UNO blocked 2 field goals on the day. Later, the Griffins blocked one of their own. We go to the fourth quarter, still tied at 7. Michael Hill had a monster game on the ground for the Griffins. He had a career-high 146 yards rushing. This one sets up Brad Beckwith from 49 yards out. This one isn't blocked. This field goal's good. Griffins take a 10-7 lead with 7 minutes to play. But the Mavs march back with an 11-play, 89-yard drive, capped off by this John Telvin score. UNO regains the lead with 1:30 to play. The Griffins have a shot to answer on 3rd and 8 with seconds to go. Newhart trying to make something happen, but his pass is tipped and picked off by Danny Pelster. But hold everything. Pass interference on the Mavs. Griffins keep the ball, get the first down, and then...
Now looks to his right, going to scramble for the end zone. Adam Clausen goes down low to make the catch, and they give it to him. Touchdown, Missouri Western.
And that is the difference. Western with a huge comeback victory, 16-14 the final. The Griffins still have playoff life with the comeback. The defense was solid. The offense got it done.
Oh, it feels great. You know, our offensive line just did work all day. They were, you know, we ran the ball everywhere we wanted, and Drew made great plays whenever we needed them, and he just found me in the open hole, and we kind of improvised on it. Wasn't the route we were supposed to run. I just found an open spot, and Drew found me.
You know, to be honest with you, Adam was supposed to run a corner route, and you know, there's a safety over the top, and everything else was covered, and he did a good job just curling up in the back of the end zone reading the defense, and kudos to him because he made a great play.
You know, as an offense, a couple weeks ago we might not have been that confident, but after the way we played last week, when we got that ball, you know, 1:30 left, we're like, we're going to score. So we've done it before. We did it at Washburn, and so we did it again.
We came out and we played more relaxed today. We weren't all uptight, and we just came out and played. And defense, we did a great job. Same thing with offense. They came out and played, and they just couldn't get in a couple times. You know, a couple blocked field goals, but they came through in the end when they needed, when it matters most. So.
And joining us right now is head coach Jerry Partridge. Where do we start? What a win.
Great win. I think anytime you can go to Omaha and get a victory, it's a plus. They're a good football team. I know the record doesn't say as much, and it actually hurt us with the strength of schedule numbers, but that was a quality win. We hadn't beat Omaha yet, and to go up there and to win a game where we really thoroughly outplayed them, probably left some points on the board, and to have victory snatched from your jaws and then to snatch it right back is a lot of fun.
Before we dissect the game, you switched the routine up this week. We went up the night before. Do you think that helped?
Probably. I mean, I think that you know, this is one of those years with you know, budget crunches and those type of things. We decided to go the day of quite a bit of the time. You know, and we did at one point. We went to Omaha 2 years ago, went and stayed overnight, and then felt like, well, it's kind of a short trip. We don't need to do that. 2 hours is always that magical distance for people in afternoon games. So you go the day of, and college kids, I don't know about getting that bump in the morning and driving and going to play. And I think it did help. You know, I just think we're the better football team too. That helped.
We have several yards offensively. We hold the opposing team to minimal yards defensively. Yet, when you looked at the scoreboard with 1:32 to go, we were trailing. What was going through your mind at that point?
Just going to score. I was disappointed they scored, but I knew, hey, we had the ball, and honestly, that's what we signed Drew NEWHART for 5 years ago, to come do this, and he did it again. He's done it twice now this year, where we've had to lead a whole football game or been in command, at least a feeling of it, a whole football game, and all of a sudden another team scores with minimal time left. I'm like, oh no. And both times we answered that. It was at Washburn, it was at Omaha. And to have great seasons, you have to have those type of performances. And
your reaction when Adam CLAUSEN caught that football in the end zone at 16 seconds to play?
Honestly, I just shot my hand in the air, won. And because it wasn't over yet, it was 15 seconds left. I was very relieved that it was a touchdown, but I knew that there was 15 seconds left to play. And quite honestly, our poise wasn't very good in the assignment. We celebrated a little too much, in my opinion. There was some craziness. A young man kind of got on the field a bit without a helmet. One of the young men punted a football, and we could have got a flag there and been kicking off in the 15 and still gave them a chance. They had all their timeouts, and I've seen enough football to know that, hey, all it takes is one route about to 40 and a crazy kick to beat us. And so we got to learn how to finish.
Well, that being said, 2 weeks ago, lost in Southern, which actually doesn't look as bad right now. Southern's playing a little bit better as the season goes on. But can you just talk about this team's confidence? Because honestly, this season looked over 2 weeks ago.
Over to everybody but us. I mean, honestly. I mean, it wasn't over to me. I was disappointed. I was down. Did I think we could go 5-6? Oh, yes. But I also knew we could rise up and go 8-3. And it's just a matter of playing better. And just find a way. I got asked several times if I lost a team. There was a group that I was worried about that we had lost them, and we didn't. And they bounced back. And I'm not going to call out who that group was, but they've done a great job in the last 2 weeks, and I anticipate it to continue. Very disappointing day in Joplin, Missouri that day, but you're right. I mean, going into the Missouri Center game, I knew that wasn't your typical 0-for team. I mean, there are no druts in the MIAA. Everybody can get you. And, they played Central Missouri well the next week. And so Fort Hays, they've won one conference game. They've lost 7 in a row. This isn't your typical team that's doing that. They got an incredible offense.
Well, we'll talk about Fort Hays, and we'll talk about the fact that you have a chance to be 8-3 and have a chance to be in the playoffs when we come right back.